Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Alan Show. Got my little friend here, Ailey. That's the moon landing theme. Light up your coconut. Light up your coconut. 99 cents at the hardware store. I did a little bit of change here on my face. Got a little shave, mask, and hair. Not really. Not really. Sorry, my show is not edited, so there will always be mistakes here and there. So this way is more clean and easier, right? I hope it's okay. Well, welcome to the Alan Show. This show is all about coming out of this situation and any situation without any scratches by illuminating, illustrating you, inspiring you, hopefully, and also, if any of those things don't work, at least make you chuckle and laugh. But I don't want to upset you. too many angry people out there. It's a lot of there's a lot of alien talk these days out there, right? Like, oh, the moon landing and space this, space that, and okay. What we're going to do is great. It's a great country, and we can think whatever we want, and we can do whatever our mind, inspires to, right? So, but let's go back to Earth, and let's deal with what's locally happening out here. COVID-19 pandemic. 412, day 412. It's a love story, right? It's all about a love story. All right, guys. Wake up. Light up your heart, light up your heart, light up your mind, light up your country, light up your countrymen, light up the world, right? Let's be patient, let's be tolerant, and let's understand others by knowledge and by inspiration. At the beginning of the show, I put a little thing there, and one of the things I put there is a 13. The reason why I put that is because we don't want to lose our faith, right? I'm not talking about religion, so any faith that you have, right? The faith in humanity, the faith in your pets, the faith, whatever faith you have, do not lose it. But for those, right, who believe, right, Luke 8:13 talks about people who believe in the rocks, but they have no roots, meaning that when things get tough, their faith gets tested, and sometimes it just doesn't work. We'll talk a little bit about that because it's a one love story. That's all it is. We run around, we go crazy. Hold on one second. Yeah. You guys thought I wasn't going to be around. Hey, listen, guys, it's only one love story. You can go crazy, you can run around, you can get those ugly feelings in you, but at the end of the day, either you're gonna love or you're gonna fall. There is no second choice or third choice. That's it. Alright? So, Mr. Dummy here, let him get all the craziness because he can get a spare part, but you guys need to learn to adapt and love, right? Mr. Dummy always has something to say. So, basically, it's one original love story. The older I get, the more I realize that. The older I get and the more patient I try to get, which is something that is constantly tested every day, right? Our patience is constantly tested because we are, especially our modern generations, are constantly driven by I call it hyperinformation. You know, it's this information that constantly comes to you uninvited. I'll give you an example. I grew up without watching TV for until my mid 20s, until until maybe about 27 years old. I had no time. I had to go to school. I had to work. My church, uh, choir, music. I was doing all kinds of activities, sports. I was in teams. So on the weekends and everything, I have my itinerary, my schedule already filled out. So I have very little time for for doing any of these, for watching TV. But in the right around when I was 27 years old, there was something I realized that I was going to get some water one day, and there was this water cooler talk. So people um, always you gather around two, three people there, and they're always talking about some sitcom or some show or something that was on TV on Monday, Tuesday, or maybe last Friday, right? So, and every time I would go there, I realized I didn't know what they were talking about. I didn't know these shows. I have my own shows growing up, but they were very limited as to what I watched. But they were like so into it that I wanted to know. I had no cable. I had none of that. I didn't even have my own TV. It was a family TV. So there was always somebody more important than me watching TV. So they control the remote, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that perhaps it was a blessing in disguise not having all that information that sometimes is really unnecessary, right? It's called hyperinformation. Whenever I needed the newspaper, I got my little break and I read the news. I read the financials. I read the comics. I read everything came in that little paper pack, right? So basically, I didn't have any need for TV. But when you get married, things change a little bit. Then you become the remote controller, right? The man of the house or the woman of the house. Somebody got to control that remote, right? So I got cable. And then in the 90s, my kids came in and, they grew up and they wanted to watch their own shows. And then we got more TVs in the house and we were kind of like accommodating everybody's viewing needs, right? That created another situation where we had to have more control over what was coming into the house in terms of entertainment. The other thing that we had to have, right, was cable because we had bad reception in some area, right? But then, as my kids grew older, right, I was concerned. So I chose between cable and internet, the internet, the schooling, and all that. So we decided to go with the internet. So that was 90s style parenting. So I mean, it's different for everybody, but that was a priority to me to make sure that my kids had a lot of time trying to discover themselves and discover other things in a physical world more than being caught up on TV. Although I love TV and I love movies and I love entertainment, but I'm very guardian, very guarded when it comes to all that. Just simply because I like to expand my mind constantly, so I don't want to be cut in one just area. So that was a little a little capsule of what this is about today on hyperinformation. So when I didn't know, I digress. When I didn't know what they were talking about, I was very curious. By the way, do you know what time it is? Right? I was very curious. The reason why I was curious is because I felt like I was missing something, like not sharing that. And sometimes I think that could be a little counterproductive. Ooh, helicopter. So how? because sometimes we want to fit in certain environments, in certain areas, especially at work or in our neighborhoods, stuff like that. And information, right, is something that you, the individual, have to have the control of how you supervise or how you accept that information. Today, I was thinking about, who told us our first lie? You know, there's a lot of lying talk in the streets, right? Like people talk about lying all the time, or some kind of, like, there's some kind of like film over each other's eyes, and people are very confused these days. But who told us our first lie? You know, and who decided that we were too young to know the truth? And do we accept lies today as older people like it's nothing, like it doesn't matter? Although we know they're affecting us, but we still accept them. We hear these people talk, and they promise and they give us lies, and we still do not do anything about it, right? We accept them. We just passively accept them, and we hope for some magical result, right? But we know somebody's lying to us, right? One love story. It's an original. Some people call it good and evil, but no. It's one story of truth or lie, deception, right? Today we in the streets, right? People talk about these things every day, and a lot of people are acting on it every day, and we realize that some of these things are very harmful if people are not careful with it. And that was the reason why, growing up as a young man, I always realized that wherever I listen to, I'm going to double check it. No matter what it is, I will double check it. And if I cannot find the truth, and if I cannot document it in facts, then I will not act on it. No matter what. You think when I was young, people didn't tell me all kinds of things? They told me that those are bad, this. Guess what? I don't care. I'll take your information, I'll put it on my desk, and I'll get to it. I'll get back with you. You don't want to act instantly on some data that you just found from the street or your TV. You know, TV is an entertainment item, right? It's an entertainment. Whatever you see in the screen, see, this is what I'm telling you right now? It's entertainment. Now, they may have a value. A word can make a difference in your life, right? So, 1 second. I'm having a technical issue here. Let me get back with you on this. 1 second, please. And we're back. Going back to this. So we don't run with the first information we get just because it's a business or it's somebody with a title. It's one love story. We have to understand 3 things in life that are important, that help me. I mean, I'm getting near my 60s, and this helped me all the time. Anytime I get information, I review it by 3 things. Intention. What is the intention of that information? I call it the IMI. Anything that I was in sales for, selling high ticket items, and I was trained constantly, right, by a high-end schooling, great seminars and stuff like that. And every time I heard somebody talk, they always promised me that my life was going to be better no matter what after that meeting or after that situation. Oh, you're going to be better. Well, 3 things I learned in life. I call it IMI. Intention. What is the intention of the person talking to me? Right? Obviously, if somebody is out there getting paid, it's his business, right, to give me information. So is that business of his healthy to me? Whether it's politics, I never care about those things in terms of reaction, but I care about in terms of what they do with my life, right? Like if they change laws and things like that. So you have to be updated and make sure that you're following, protocol rules, right? So intention. When somebody gives you information, what is the intention of that person or what they expect from me? What reaction they expect from me? The second one is a motivational. Motivation, we know, is a love story, right? My life is going to get better, right? So if it's not going to get better, then I have to question his intention, her intentions, right? And the third one, which is the most important to me, is the inspiration where that information is coming from. Where is it coming from? Under what intention, who's inspiring this person and for what reason, right? So today we hear a lot of lies, we hear a lot of hyper information, and people are running with this, not knowing the intentions, not knowing the motivations, and not knowing who inspires these people that gives you that kind of a data fact, right? Now, once we run it through this second one is, where are the facts of this? Well, are you just making stuff up and give it to people? There are good liars in this world, right? There are good liars. See, the reason why I never did this in my life is because my intention to do this is to entertain you and give you something from the training. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm just a salesman. And I knew a rat, right? As a salesman, you get the slumps, you get the rats, right? So I knew how to get out. And sometimes things are very difficult to understand. Like, why did this happen to me? Well, it wasn't intentional. It's not directly to you. It's happening to a lot of people. In fact, it's happening to the world, right? So don't take it personal. Deal with it. Don't lose your faith. Faith. Bilingual. Blah, 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 Lucy, I'm home. Don't lose your faith. God, I'm getting old. Luke 8:13. You need to be conscious of the reality, right? They're talking about moon landings and all this kind of stuff, right? And we're having a hard time dealing with the present earth lifestyle. Why? Because everything is escape. And that's what brings me back to TV. That's what brings me back to information. People are using information as a form of escape. Oh, I'm going to do that because they make me angry. The TV said. And I'm going. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Thank God I have no eyes. I can't see. Look, I'm still with a mask. Who told us our first lie? And who said the first time that we were too young to know the truth? So it was okay to lie to us because we were young. You hear that? Young, right? What is young? Let's check my little thing here. You know, humans, right? We rule our lives by age. Everything is so important about time, right? Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? Right? Everything is all about time. Maybe you've never seen this before, maybe you have, but if you've never seen it, here we go. Here's where our problems are in the world today. And I've been dealing with this all my life. In finding good teachers, one thing, and also in trying to be a good, teacher with my own experience in life, whether it's my friends, whether it's a relative, whether it's my mom, my family, whether it's my children, right? So this is where it gets serious, a little bit serious. I don't like to be serious, but let's see. Can we get serious a little bit? No, 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 not serious. All right, so guys, this is where it gets serious. This is where we're missing something. Life with purpose, living with purpose. You know, there's a word called consumption. People are consuming their lives. Not by things. Not by things. Things are okay if they serve your purpose. It's your life that has to have the purpose, not the things. The things don't matter, right? Who cares if you have a jet to go somewhere? No, it's not that. But when you're inside that jet, it's your life consuming you. Or you peacefully relax because you manage to amount wealth, or you manage to amount success, right? And you enjoy it. Whether it's a $300 car, it's, when you're inside, it's a consuming you, your life. Or you cruising on that $300 car and watching every side of the road. You can see the cows out there, you can see the horses, you can almost smell the grass, right, on your travels. Life with purpose. From 0 to 10. Who told us our first lie? We were 0 year, we were born, right? And then we're 10 years old, we learn. Learning. Where do we spend most of our life? The first 10 years. Not a rhetoric. We learn. We learn to eat, to walk, right? We learn. 11 to 20, we learn. We learn to read, write, to talk, to communicate, to not be shy, to talk to girls or boys, right? Or whatever. Then we started to discover what we want to be in life. You know, there are always those parents that ask that question. What do you want to be when you grow up, right? Well, I want to be a YouTuber. I never thought I would be making a video of this, but I'm having fun doing it. And it all started with the pandemic. Don't think I've been doing this. No, just, I'm sorry, makes me laugh. From 21 to 30, have you ever heard the question, what do you do? Oh, I practice medicine. Oh, when you going to finish? No, just kidding. But when you go to medical school or when you go to a lawyer, I practice law, right? What is all these people practicing? When I'm not like I'm practicing soccer, right? No, I'm a soccer player, right? Or whatever, right? I'm practicing boxing, right? No, if I'm professional doing it, I'm a boxer, right? I don't practice anymore. Right? So practice, right? From 21 to 30, we go to college, right? We finish high school. Around the first learning process, we're still very green in our mind. This is where very scary. When you hear on the news, oh, such young teenager this, teenager that, teenager this, right? Who told us our first lie? 21 to 30, practice. We practice. We practice what we learn here. If we're medical school, we practice with the patients, with real lives. We make effects, right? Our vocation to help people, to love people, right? The one love story, which is the original story, right? That whatever we do, that whatever we train for is to the benefit of mankind, and for that we benefit too. It's not the other way around. It's not I benefit from mankind. No, mankind benefit from me, and the end result is me benefiting from it. But a lot of people today, they want to benefit from mankind because they see 8 billion people. They say, oh, if I can get $1 from each one of these guys, right? Now you're getting it? Then they bombard you with information. Buy this, buy that, all day long, all night long. There's nothing you can watch these days that is not somebody selling you something. Not somebody, your neighbor comes knock on your door. Hey, you want to buy this? everybody's selling, right? That's why I don't sell anymore. Why would I sell? Now everybody's doing. I don't like to do what everybody's doing. So 31 to 40, we master. We become masters. Master doctor, master lawyer, master teacher. You know, if you karate, right? You're a master teacher. Right? So we bring in the best of us, right? And now we reach a plateau where we all have to maintain it, right? You stay as a master, you keep learning, but it's no longer a rush because you have achieved something. So there is joy in your life because you have a purpose, whether it's to teach karate to kids or to teach in a school, whether it's to teach young doctors coming up, all right? Whether it's to volunteer in a youth group, choirs, churches, so much. From 41 to 50, you should be teaching somebody something that you know well. Right? I see people, they're griping, right, with so much knowledge inside that they could be sharing. Yeah? Because we are consumed by selfishness, right? It's all about us. We have forgotten, you know, the stairs, the steps, you know, to a happy, joyous life. All right, guys. We know that 41 to 50 we teach, 51 to 60 we teach, 61 to 80 we inspire. You know, we say things that inspires people. You know, we say things with so much conviction and love that we inspire people. Yeah, and that is the greatest of all gifts. To be able to go through this in a very disciplined, orderly fashion, and to be able to end up your life retired knowingly that you help as many people as you could. And that is a life well lived. So it's not about where we're heading, right? It's about where we are as people, you know? So we could find another life, but if we have the same attitude, you know, if we're consumed, right, then it makes no difference.
Your best shopping starts with Google.
See, you open anything, I'm just giving you an example, and there is commercials, right? Nothing. So, control your entertainment. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Love your life. Thank you for tuning into the Alan Show. I hope this helped you in any way or form. If not, at least make you laugh. Take care. Have a great day. And remember, you can help somebody if you want to.